Good morning. My name is Nicholas Joseph Rosales, and this is session number 99 of Enunciation Perfection. Today I'm going to go over a song I wrote down yesterday. This song is called Freckles by Nicholas Joseph Rosales. Remember to enunciate along with me as I have inserted this document inside of your folder that is marked session number 99. And by the way, congratulations you guys if you made it this far. And I want you guys to be looking at your time lapses as well, making sure that you guys have actually spoken in an improved manner. And please remember to be enunciating every day alongside me. This will actually get you in the habit of enunciating in public, whenever you are around people, whenever you are ordering food, whenever you are outside and somebody's in your way and you have to say excuse me, or basically whenever you have to talk on the phone with anybody, whenever you have to communicate at all with anybody. Just keep these lessons in mind and then just get that triggered in your mind to remember to enunciate. And a trigger for this can actually be when somebody says huh or what to you. You know then, fuck, I gotta remember to enunciate. Enunciate. They're not gonna be mad at you if you are saying it slowly because they asked you huh or what, so it's basically their fault. But I also want you guys to know that it sometimes is their fault. But sometimes it's us. Sometimes we fuck up, sometimes we get lazy, sometimes we don't want to open our mouth, sometimes we don't want to speak correctly, and it's fucked up because the world has gotten lazy. We have gotten lazy in our communication. Whenever our communication is key to a lot of our success. Our communication is key to a lot of our success. That is the truth. And whether we like to admit it or not, some of us have flawed issues in our speech. And that's okay. It's totally okay. It's totally normal. It's totally okay. It's just fucking annoying sometimes. For me, with my issues, I don't like to hear huh and what. I don't know if you like to hear that, but that is why I have worked for 99 sessions toward speaking more clearly and efficiently, and I hope that it is helping you as well. Also, try not to sound as gay so much, because I know sometimes I sound a little fruity, and I don't really like that either. So, guys, put some bass in your voice. Get that nasal out for a second. Or if you like it, then keep it. I don't care. But as long as you're speaking clearly and enunciating, then that's all that really matters. Because the world will run more efficiently if we all communicated and understood each other a little bit better. So let me continue. This song is called Freckles by Nicholas Joseph Rosales. These freckles, these toes, these rolls, these feet, I'm beginning to love not just the gist of me. Take all of me or leave me. Love me like I love me. I'm beginning to see the best of me. These freckles, these toes, these rolls, these feet. Coming at you full throttle, this is me. My tsunami wave making weight. It's more to love, soulmate. It's better than hating on me. Yes, it's sure better than myself hating on me. These freckles, these love handles, these toes, these feet. Sometimes what's inside me can't be beat. Loving me makes us elite. Like a fucking silhouette, only the opposite. Yes, you shine bright, whilst everything else is so out of sight. So dim like the night, loving you feels so right. Your freckles, your toes, your rolls, those feet. In my eyes, no one can compete. You make me feel complete. Your freckles, your toes, and that bazooka nose. When I'm with you, anything goes. That was Freckles by Nicholas Joseph Rosales, and I hope you liked it. It is supposed to be a song, but it's more like a poem. But it is actually in your guys' file of Enunciation Perfection. There will be a psalm folder in there, which features all of my psalms that I've written, and I call them psalms just like the Bible did, because I feel holy. Fuck it. I'm just kidding. No, I don't know why, but I like to call them psalms because it's a little different than everyone else calls them, and songs are actually psalms in the Bible. There's actually a whole thing of psalms in the Bible that are just similar to songs, and you just basically sing them with a rhythm, and that is what my psalms are meant to be. sung in a rhythm. It's just that I don't have a really good singing voice, so I don't really sing. I mean, I sing sometimes whenever I feel goofy and stuff like that, but I don't really have a good singing voice. But I do know how to write songs sometimes, and I do write a lot of them. And there is going to be a whole folder featuring the songs that I've written in your Enunciation Perfection folder, as well as individually. Whenever I go through these sessions, I will actually save the file inside the session particularly, or I will give you guys the slideshow version. And one of the slideshow versions has a lot of songs that I've written, and the slideshow is actually called Psalms. And you'll see Sponge, the song that I wrote. You'll see a lot of other songs I've written. There's a few of them. There's I forgot the names. I don't know how I forgot the names, but let me just open the folder right now since I have you guys with me, and I will read them to you. Not that you care, but remember to be enunciating. If you don't have anything to enunciate, then enunciate my songs, or fucking sing my songs. I don't give a fuck. Just make sure you do it in an enunciating manner, okay? So my songs were called The Ecosystem. Wait, no, that's not a song. Freckles, Heart Attack, Mrs. Suavital, My Song to You, Never Doubt Yourself, Sponge, The Enunciation of Nikki, Twerk While You Kirk, You Remember That, and Amnesia. Okay, so those are some of my songs that I've written. Let me actually save this song inside this folder as well, so that you guys can actually, when you guys are actually following along with me, you guys can actually open the song itself, and then you guys can read along from the song. It will be in your file folder, and it will also be in the song folder. So I will include the song folder inside my Enunciation Perfection folder within as a subfolder. So let me go ahead and do that really quick. Alright, here we go. So this is session number 99, you guys. It's a fucking lot of sessions I recorded. That's a lot of fucking me. And sometimes it's fucking annoying, but what are you gonna do? Alright, so I hope I'm helping you guys out with your speech, and I hope that you guys are actually looking into my ideas and saying, hey, well, this could work, and maybe you guys would want to work with me, and you know my contact information, you know how to get a hold of me, you know basically we can take the next step. And if you've been following along with me, you'll know that I am taking these little tiny actionable steps toward making my ideas happen. Like yesterday, I went and got a haircut, and I took my stencil, my prototype of my head art stencils. Now I wanted this to be a cap, a head art stencil cap that you can actually put on your head and tighten it like a swimmer's cap, really tight, and be able to shave inside without damaging the stencil itself. My barber, I guess, is chicken, and he didn't want to do it within this. Or he felt like he was in a rush. I don't know what was wrong with him, but he didn't basically do it. So he did it freehand. But what I wanted was zebra stripes in my head, and I want everybody to be able to not. He doesn't really do designs much, and that's something that I want to be done to my hair, because I'm on camera every day. I want to look different every day. I like to look different. I don't know about you. I don't like to look the same every day. I made this tie earlier. If you zoom in, you'll see it's fucking snakeskin tie. And I just want to be different. I don't want to be the same as everybody else. And so I decided to make something called head art stencils, and I took the next step and I made a prototype, and I actually tried to make a functional prototype to make it so my barber would see it and be able to go with this thing I ordered online. This is a hair engraver. What it is a tiny razor that you glide around your head and you make designs with. It's pretty cool. I got it from Amazon, and this will be sold alongside my head art stencils. Now my prototype for that is just a laminated zebra stripe cutout with the shoelace in it, hole punched on the side, so that I can hold it and wrap it around my head tightly and securely so that it doesn't slip while they're trying to do the designs. But again, my barber chickened out. He didn't want to do it that way, and he just did it the way he wanted to do it, freehand, which didn't come out exactly as I wanted, but it still came out cool. I liked it still. And it is a lot to ask, I guess, for a barber. but not whenever I sell my head art stencils. Whenever I actually come up with my full-blown prototype that is actually going to be a cap that people are denying me to make, I'm going to go ahead and do it myself somehow. So whenever I do this, I need to take these things into consideration, like all the rebuttals that he gave me about not doing it with my stencil, which is basically nothing because he didn't really say nothing. But I am going to actually log this down, and this is steps. These are actionable steps and actionable advice that I am giving to myself to make my prototype actually functionable and presentable to people. This is difficult to present to people because it's sloppy and it looks sloppy, and it's like, what the fuck am I? What do you expect me to do with that? But I explained it to him, and it is functional. It will work, but he was scared or something, and he's never used one of these before. So what I have to do is create a presentation, a killer presentation that actually, and I have to have a killer prototype for the actionable steps, and this is actually good data. This is actually good data that I took into the world, and I asked a barber, one who cuts hair, if he could do this for me. And he gave me some no answers, basically. But then in the end, he still did it. He still gave me my zebra stripes, freehand. And he did a good job, I guess. But I wanted more. I want my whole head to be striped like that, all around on the sides. And I think that would look awesome, and I'm sure a lot of other people would think that looks awesome too. And that's what I want. And since he can't give that to me, I'm gonna have to go to somebody who is, or I'm gonna have to do it myself. So these aren't setbacks. Actually, I like him, so I'm gonna keep going to him as a barber because he does a good haircut, and he does my two little lines right here perfectly, and he just kind of like. And I told him, practice is going to be practice for you because I'm going to be wanting something different every week, or every time I come in here. I'm going to want something different, so you better just get on your toes and learn how to fucking do something new. Or else you're going to, or else I'm going to find somebody who will. And, he doesn't give a fuck either, I'm sure. He's like, okay, go ahead, bitch. I have other people in line, next, right, ho? But at the same time, this is skills for you. Because I am going to make this fucking worldwide, these stencils. And these stencils are going to be in barbershops everywhere. And why not be the pioneer for that? So, since it was pretty cool to me that he was so, oblivious to what it was, because that's how, as a barber, that tells me, hey, maybe my invention is going to be successful, because since he's a barber and he's never seen that shit before, that surprised the shit out of me, and I'm just like, okay, well, maybe there's a need for this. I'm not the only one who wants fucking something different in their head. So I'm going to continue with this, taking little actionable steps with these advice and these setbacks that I'm getting from these barbers, and their rebuttals, and they're basically why I'm not going to do this for you. You're telling me no, basically, overall, and you didn't use my idea. It was kind of like a slap in the face and a shutdown because I'm giving it to you. I'm telling you I trust you with this razor on my head, and you're still trying to go do it freehand with your buzzers. So, it was a little bit of awkwardness, but I like my barber a lot, and I felt kind of bad, and I felt kind of stupid and bad at the same time. But who am I if I don't feel stupid and bad at sometimes? Fuck it. But it doesn't matter. I will make my prototype in a way that is actually inviting for barbers to want to use it. So next time I go in, I'm gonna have an actual cap prototype made myself. If I have to go buy a swimmer's cap and carve the little holes in it like I did this fucking plastic, like I did this sheet of paper, then I will. And put it on my head so it fits securely, so the little hairs, they bump out of the holes, and you can just shave them, no questions asked, easily. Then I'm going to do that. And that's not really, it's kind of a great thing actually that he was so oblivious to it, and he was so retarded about, not retarded about it, but he just didn't know he didn't know what I was talking about, it seemed like. Or I had to explain to him every step, step by step by step. But he doesn't know. I mean, he wasn't here with me making the prototype. He wasn't here with me with the idea. I showed him my presentation last time, but not the whole thing. He just he's as oblivious as the next person. So that is why I am introducing this to him and to everybody else, little by little by little. And sooner or later, I'm going to have people walking around with these badass zebra stripes in their head, and people are going to be wondering, where did you get your hair done? And who can I give that business to? I could give it to him if he just fucking learns to do what I say. so I'm going to make this happen. And that is not a setback. That is good data. Okay, so anytime you get a rejection or a setback, or I think that's like, you feel like it's like somebody's telling you, no, I don't want to use your invention. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to. No, 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 no. You can't hurt me. Basically, that's what it was like. It was like I was wrestling with him until he said yes. And he didn't ever even said yes. He ended up using his own clippers and doing it freehand. So it was like I was right there wrestling with him, but it was kind of like hot because I kind of have a crush on him. I'm just kidding. No, I'm totally kidding. No, but like, no, but it was like there. Like, I don't know. It was kind of like I wanted to like grab him and shake him. Just, you know, do this. Just, you know, fucking humor me if you have to. Just fucking try it. And it's kind of weird. But I will have a very inviting functional prototype that is actually going to work and be actually efficiently made to so that a barber would be happy to use it. So this data tells me that my fucking floppy piece of shit is not fucking inviting for them to use. He doesn't want to use it. He was like basically saying, no, I'm scared, don't get it away from me. So you don't want no one to be scared of your product. So I have to work on this a lot more, and I need to find a material that I can use. Maybe I can use a swimming cap. Okay, but these swimming caps are they're made with silicone products. Okay, I don't know how silicone products cut. Even with an X-Acto knife, I don't know how they cut. But I guess I'll learn whenever I get that shower cap, whenever I get that fucking swimmer's cap, so I can stick it tightly around my head. I'm even thinking about a rubber band that I could just, a big rubber band, a fat ass rubber band that sticks around the head. And just, you know, carving my own little zebra designs inside of it. Or getting a cry cut machine that will cut it for me. There are many ways I can do this, but it's just that I have to take these steps and I have to go out there and I have to make them want to try it. So I need to go to basically the owner of the Barbers and ask them, hey, maybe you want to like join in on me with this project. Maybe you want to actually like, you know, work with me together, and we can actually develop a prototype together that is actually made from a barber's perspective and a customer's perspective. And, you know, get married in perfect harmony and create something beautiful that we can utilize in every single barbershop, and we'll start marketing them to big barbershops, to little barbershops, to every other barbershops, and we'll be marketing with our hair designs. So that is what I'm going to work on. That is not scheduled though till like, remember I have plans like where I'm going to have deadlines for what and what and what. Well, basically after this 100th session, I'm going to go back and reviewing all of these fucking ideas, and I'm going to be taking actionable steps towards making these ideas a reality. Every single one of them. And so basically in January and February, that is booked with making my Enunciation Perfection come to life, and actually releasing, giving away some of my full-blown 100 session videos, PowerPoints, documents, Excel spreadsheets, all this data in a presentable way to you guys, aim to help you guys speak better and communicate better, and aim to announcing my ideas and sharing my ideas. And actually, at the same time, since I'm doing this, it's creating momentum, and these people are going to be watching this, enunciating alongside me, and explaining my ideas out loud in front of the camera, recording their progress from day 1 to day 99 and 100. They're going to see their improvement on their speech, and then they're going to think like, okay, maybe this guy is a genius. Maybe this guy actually knows what he's doing. He's releasing all of his ideas. He's getting us to fucking have them fucking imprinted in our brain, because we are performing them and presenting his ideas on camera. So they're going to be basically enveloped with me and my ideas. Okay, so they're going to want to help. Hopefully they're going to want to help me. They're going to want to help me, and they're going to be efficiently speaking at the same time. Okay, progress every day, practicing is going to make you guys a professional. No matter what, you do something every single day, you're going to get better at it. And enunciating every single day is what we're doing in every single session. I'm doing a little more than that, but still. Okay, so what time are we at? We're at 20 minutes. Okay, I read you my song. I explained to you what happened to me and my actionable steps and my prototype and my introduction of my idea and a simple fucked up prototype of my idea that is not even fully fucking functional yet. Almost. It would have been functional if you would have said yes. Let me try it. But that's okay. These aren't setbacks. These are constructive criticism. These are little elements of constructive criticism and basically a grade of my product so far outcome. Alright, so this didn't work. Cross this off the list. Let's try the next way. The next way is me going to actually get something that's going to be simpler for the barber's perspective. Okay, something the barber is going to be like, okay, yeah, this looks easy enough. Let me just try it then. Instead of something homemade and silly looking like this. Even though this is something that I worked hard on. I carved every single little hole out with an X-Acto knife. I had Gretchen go and get it laminated for me. I then glued it on. I tried it out to make sure the stencil works properly, and it did. It did work properly. This is the result of the stencil, and this is what would have happened to my hair had he have done it or tried it. Wait. So I know my stencil works whenever I'm putting glitter or whatever. So I know my stencil is functional. Now I just gotta apply that functional stencil onto a cap or a professional looking head wrap that is going to stay sturdy to your head and not move and be easy for the barber to say yes, let me try this. Be inviting for the barber to say yes, let me try this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call my barber up. I'm going to say, hey, why were you so reluctant to trying my prototype? Is there anything that I can do better that would have made you say yes, let me try this? And that feedback that he gives me is going to be worth a lot of money. Because then I'm going to say, okay, well, that's good to know. Maybe I didn't know it. Maybe he was just in a rush. Maybe he was too scared. Maybe it was the needle. Maybe it was the fucking razor that was scaring him. Maybe I was coming off too strong. Maybe it was, I don't know what it was. But he will then tell me, and then I will get my answer. And then I will work towards making it more appealing and pleasable to the eye of a barber. Because that is who my demographic is for this product. My demographic is going to be the barbers. I can't be having all the customers, hey, try this, like I was. But I'm the creator of this product. I have to fucking try this. This is my trial and error. But when I market it to barbers, it's going to have to be a functionally working design that's going to be a foolproof, good investment for them. And maybe, just maybe, walking around with zebra stripes in my head is the first step to making my product become a trend. Thank you for watching. This is session number 99 of Enunciation Perfection by Nicholas Joseph Rosales.